Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Bailey and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Bailey's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the corrections and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Bailey's going to come home with his very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session on Sunday. Now, Bailey's sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. We've already discussed a way to have you work with him on your left using your right hand, so don't stress about your hand being in a cast. We've got that figured out. But Bailey's sitting nicely at Rich's left, and the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Bailey, heel.
Bailey, heel.
Now at this point, little Bailey has a job to do, and that is to stay even with Rich's left leg when they're walking. Not forging ahead or lagging behind, but maintaining pace. Shake it off, Bailey. And each time that you stop your feet, Bailey's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So when you're walking on the street, he should be walking with you. He shouldn't be dragging you. And if he needs encouragement, we talk to him. Good boy, good heel. And then when you stop, he's been taught to sit without being told to wait for his next command. So we want you to be able to walk these kids and have a good time doing it, and they're not dragging you or your wife or your kids down the street. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command.
Stay.
And because it is a stationary exercise, we do not use his name. It is a one-word command. Now this is a command that helps to develop self-control and maturity. So you're going to start out at about 20 to 30 seconds, and you're going to slowly work up to 3 minutes. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him as an additional distraction, returning all the way back to that heel position where they started, and Rich gives him praise for a good job. If he needs to tap his leg or talk to him to get him motivated, he gets him motivated. For that heel, there you go, Bailey. Now he's getting going. He's got some spunk in his step. Nice automatic sit. Rich will leave him again in a sit-stay. And remember, you practice these exercises indoors as well as outdoors. You want good indoor manners as well as outdoor manners. Now this time, instead of returning all the way back to Bailey, Rich is going to call him, and this is the come on command. He should come, and he should come right in front of you and sit. That command is designed to eliminate coming and jumping on you. Back to heel and back sitting, and everything starts and stops at that heel position. We have a little blanket out here for Bailey because it's cold and he doesn't have a lot of hair. And in spite of the fact that he's a bully breed, the bully breeds can be little sissies too when it comes to cold weather. They're not hairy. They have nothing to protect them from the cold. So we pick our battles. Rich is going to leave him in another sit-stay. He's going to walk out to the end of his leash, and he's going to turn to face the dog. And then when he's ready, he makes Bailey hold that sit-stay, and then he's going to call him. Now he does use his name on the come command, and Bailey's been taught to come and sit beautifully. That's very nicely done. And then he returns back to heel and back sitting. And then he gets praised for a good job. Now the next commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are a little bit harder commands, and these are your down commands. They're very, very important, and you'll use them a lot in your everyday living situations. So with the dog seated, this is your down from a heel position. Always have him seated before you ask him to lay down. You use your left open palm straight down toward the ground, and the one-word command to down and stay. Now your long down stay is a command that you can work all the way up to 5 minutes. So again, start out at about 30 to 45 seconds, work all the way up to 5 minutes at about 10 seconds a day. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him again as that additional distraction, ending up back where they started at heel position. And at this point, again, Bailey expects to hear what you want him to do next. And like most bully breeds, there are times that he has a mind of his own, and you're the one that are going to have to step in and say, nope, dude, we're going to do it this way. And you can do it nicely. But he has to understand that you're in charge. And when you give a command, you're serious about it. So Rich is going to put him into another down. That was much better. Nicely done. He's got such an adorable face, and he is so cute. It's really hard to get very upset with him. This time, Rich will call him out of that down stay.
Bailey, come. Good boy. Sit.
So, you know, you go back and forth between discipline and praise. And, you know, your expectation has to be high, but then you have to be able to praise the puppy up and let him know that he's doing a good job for you, because he is a baby. And the very last command that we're going to demonstrate for you is your down from a distance. So we're going to leave Bailey in a sit-stay. You're going to turn to face him, and as you practice this, you're going to be able to lengthen out your distance. Rich is going to use his right hand to give the command.
Down.
And that was very nicely done. And then Rich will probably give him another stay, and you can back away a little bit more because he's in the process with this down from a distance. So we will have a packet of information ready for you to go over everything that Bailey's learned while he's been here at school. I'm going to get this video out to you before I leave today so that you have this to look at and study. Bailey has done a great job here at school. He's been a pleasure. We've enjoyed every minute of having him, and we want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.